The history of Bhutan's parliament is basically a story of monarchs gradually devolving authority and empowering the people to make decisions for the nation. It began in 1953, 46 years after Bhutan became a monarchy, when the third Druk Gyalpo, His Majesty the King Jigme Dorji Wangchuk, established the Tsokdu, the National Assembly, to discuss national issues and take stock of the country's finances. At that time, Bhutan had not yet started building its first roads, schools, and hospitals. The Tsokdu introduced the concept of representative government to the people, who could, for the first time, participate in the decision-making process. The first session, held in Punakha, had 36 members, 5 from the Tratsang, the monastic body, 16 government officials, and 15 representatives of the people. Thus began the process of participatory decision-making. In 1965, the Lode Tsokde, or the Royal Advisory Council, was constituted to advise the Druk Gyalpo and the Council of Ministers. It had 6 representatives of the people, 2 from the clergy and a government representative, the Jung Kalan, appointed by the Druk Gyalpo. This body, all members of the assembly, was the precursor to today's National Council. Then in 1968, the third Druk Gyalpo conceded his right to veto any assembly decisions, ensuring the institution's supremacy in decision-making. The fourth Druk Gyalpo, Jigme Singye Wangchuk, further decentralized decision-making to the grassroots level with the establishment of the Dzongkha Gyage Tsokdu in 1981 and the Geo Gyage Tsokchung in 1991. In 1998, the powers to run the country were delegated to a Council of Ministers elected by the National Assembly, which was also empowered to create a system to cast a vote of confidence in the Druk Gyalpo. In 2001, the Druk Gyalpo initiated the drafting of the constitution, and the first draft was distributed to the people in 2005. In 2007, the Tsokdu was dissolved to make way for parliamentary democracy. A year later, Bhutan went to the polls to elect representatives to the National Council, the new and strengthened version of the erstwhile Royal Advisory Council, and the candidates of political parties to the National Assembly. The first session of Bhutan's first elected bicameral parliament discussed and adopted the constitution, which was signed on July 18, 2008 by Druk Gyalpo Jigme Gesa Namge Wangchuk and the parliamentarians. Since then, Bhutan has been a constitutional monarchy with parliament consisting of the Druk Gyalpo, the National Council, and the National Assembly as the country's law-making body.